This is as many positions as I had for a while, but we'll see. We'll see where things are at. And it's tough. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. Trading has been tough. Okay, so let's start with the positions, and then I'll go through some charts and answer some questions if you guys have any questions. Okay, so I started July expiration, July 18th, regular expiration, third Friday. So when I say regular, so I'm going to say regular, you guys figure out it's third Friday. It's not weekly or anything like that. So I started putting on some sort of a synthetic on Webull. I'm up to 20 lots. So what I'm stock is 1180. I'm selling the 12.5 puts, buying the 15 calls, and selling the 25 calls. So what am I doing? I'm taking that money that I'm collecting from the puts. That's called a synthetic. Instead of buying the shares, I'm buying. So what I'm doing is I'm selling the puts. I'm buying the calls and I'm selling the calls. So with the credit that I'm collecting from the puts, I am spending some of it on a call debit spread. Okay. So what's going to happen? So stock is 1180. I'm doing the 12.5, but July comes. If it's below 12.5, I'm going to get assigned. So I'm doing this, by the way, at 1.5 credit. 1.5 credit meaning to the put side. So meaning after I spend the money on the call debit spread, I still have 1.5 left. And so that will lower my cost. That will lower my cost. Instead of getting assigned at I will get assigned at 12.5, but minus the 1.5 is 11. So if the stock is above 11, I'm good. But I'm willing to own Webull at 11. And I will add to this if they go to like 175 or 2. So I just started doing this yesterday. I'm long 4,500 shares of EVgo. Did I mention this as a joke on my Telegram chat group every single day? I said, did I mention I hate covered calls? I absolutely hate covered calls. So I have 4,500 shares of EVgo at 370, let's say. We're at 388. Yesterday, so I had sold as you can see, 4,500 shares and minus 45. I had sold to today's expiration $4 calls at 10 cents. In my wisdom, I mean, look, it's not a bad thing doing cover calls. The stock is 388. They're going to expire worthless, so my cost basis is going to go down 10 cents. That's 3%. It's not bad. But what happened yesterday to EVgo? It shot up to 4.5. I'm like, and now we're at 388. Would I have sold it at 4.5? Probably not. But what I'm saying is that it ties you up. So it's not a fun thing. I don't like being in prison. And so next one. This is a new one. Members learned quite a bit yesterday on this. I put this position on yesterday, and then today it's going to be closed, hopefully. Well, we don't know yet. So what happened is that Oklo Inc., I shorted 400 shares of Oklo Inc. with an average cost of $54.33. I'm short meaning I sold first. That's why you guys see a negative sign right next to it. And then at the moment it's 50.40. So I'm up about $4 on that. It's just a trade that I was trying to make like a couple thousand or $1,200-1,500 out of it. But what I have also done at the same time is today's expiration, 54, 53, and 52 puts I sold against the short. So you buy a stock, sell a call. That's called a cover call, right? Because I own the underlying. Well, on this one, it's called the cover put because I'm short the stock. I'm short the stock physically, and I'm short the puts at the same time. So in the cover call side, you're long the stock, short the call. In this one, I'm short the stock and short the put. So what's going to happen? Okay, so I'm short. I shorted the 54s at 185. I shorted the 53s at 135, and I shorted the 52s at 105. Okay. If the stock ends up here, what's going to happen? I'm going to get assigned, right? Because I'm short the puts. I'm going to get assigned 100 shares at 54, 100 shares at 53, 3 and 200 shares at 52. So that's going to close my short position automatically. And the total gain on that will be like, I don't know, $1,200-1,500. So it's not a bad trade from yesterday to today. I wish I had done more, but then it is what it is. Next position is Oscar Health. Oscar Health, we are, I have 25 lots going out to July 18th again. Earnings came out, stock popped to 18, pulled back to 14. Now what I'm doing is I'm selling. This is a straight up synthetic, no debit spread. I'm short 25 lots with an average cost of 180 of the 15 puts, and I'm long the 15 calls, period. That's it. That's it. It's a synthetic. Instead of buying the stock, I like doing these synthetics. It's going out to July. Then Pony.ai. This is complicated position. I will try to explain it. I have a put debit spread on, but it's not 1-for-1. I'm long the $15 puts on Pony.ai. Stock is 1835. I'm short the 12.5 puts. I'm short the 20 puts. I'm short the 17.5 puts. Basically, 50 out of the 65 long puts, I'm covered with short puts that I've collected premium in. At the moment, I'm dollar for dollar. I will have some more room to sell some more puts to make this a profitable endeavor. These are June 20th expiration, regular expiration. Again, I have 21 days to go. We'll see where that ends up. I'm long. I've been long these. I'm long 25 put debit spreads on SPX. I'm long the 5600, 5650s, and I'm short the 5640s. I did these at $2. Max gain is 8. So if we're at 5650 or below by that date, I will definitely benefit from it. That's like a hedge actually for this account. And last but not least, I'm long 4,000 shares of WeRide. Average cost 780. Stock is 980. So up about 10 grand on this position. I started buying back my calls to possibly trim the stock because I had sold covered calls, but I had also sold. So this started as a covered strangle, as we call it. So buy the shares, sell the put, and sell the call. Well, obviously stock moved up in my direction, and the puts went down. And I initially had the 5 puts, covered those, sold the 7.5s, covered those, sold the 10s, covered those. So the put side has been really good, obviously, but the call side, it's a covered call again. The stock went up to 1175 yesterday. Well, of course not. Now I'm stuck. Well, so I'm short 15 of the June $10 calls and 10 of the June 12.5 calls. And we'll see. There's still meat left on the bone, but if the market's going to eat it, I want to trim it, take profits. I don't want to let go 10 grand. It's stupid to do that. Yeah, that's where we are on the positions. I'm actually trimmed today if WR gets to $10 during the stream. So I bought back the calls the 15 calls I had put out against the 4,000 shares. I bought back with a profit. The 12.5s I bought back with almost break even, and the 10s I'm going to let go. Actually, I'm not going to touch the position going forward. I may trim the position in shares. So I'm long 4,000 and short only 2,500 shares worth of calls. So I want to raise some cash actually. Well, actually, cash is going to be raised automatically today if within the next 2 hours, Oklo stays under 52. It's 50.64. If it stays under 52, I'm going to get a sign. So that's going to release a whole bunch of money. So yeah, those are the positions, and hopefully you guys are there. Okay, any questions? Okay, you should do day trade. No, not gonna do it. Vic, why don't you grab a membership, come on and teach us how to do day trading? Because you seem like you're doing quite a bit of it. I mean, we're open to the ideas. We're open to trading SPX, puts, calls, whatever you want to do. Why don't you do it? It's Big Mac, bro. Big Mac a month. I don't know. Okay, so let's go through some charts. Hope you guys can see that. Big charts. All right, this is WeRide. Well, let's start with what should we do? First, let's set this up, adjust this the way I like it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's start with the positions in the account. This is Webull. As you guys know, this was a SPAC. This is like Hood, right? Webull trading, asset, stock and option and crypto trading platform. This came as a SPAC, $10. The next 2 days it went to 80. I thought at like 12.5 minus 1.5 at 11. I think it's pretty fair. I don't mind owning some, and that's where we are. We're at 1180. We got to pop out of it. It'll be a good trade. That's Webull. That's one of the positions. We'll go one by one. This is EVgo. EVgo. Okay, those labels again. Let's get rid of those labels because it's a nuisance. So yeah, that's with EVgo. I bought it actually on the earnings day. Really good earnings, good catalyst. Above, it's hanging above the 200 EMA. I'm still gonna hold it. But yeah, yesterday it went up to 450. Well, I didn't do anything about it. Well, because I was covered. Covered calls. Don't like those. This is Oklo, the short that I have that most likely is going to get assigned. It most likely will. I mean, 54s, 53s, 52s. Am I going to get assigned? Sure, why not? I'll keep shorting and do the same thing. So if you guys don't understand that, shorting the stock and selling the put, that's what I've done. The next one is Oscar Health. That's where we are on Oscar Health. This was the catalyst, big update, huge gap, closing the gap now. I thought it's fair to do this here on a good, decent pullback. I like the company. It's profitable. You know, retest of highs is in play for me anyway, but pretty low risk trade, really. I'm doing the synthetic at $1 credit. So 15 minus dollar is 14. So if I do get assigned, I don't mind owning Oscar at 14. Although it's 1380, I probably will add at some point to this position. Next one is Pony.ai. I'm long puts, short puts. This is the put debit spread. It is in a trading range between 17.5 and 21.5. Whichever way we break this on this one is going to rip faces on the upside or rip hearts on the downside, one or the other. We'll see. This thing went from 4 to 21, 22 because they have deals with Uber. They have deals with the Saudi government as far as autonomous vehicles. WeRide and this is WeRide. WeRide and Pony.ai are the same, basically same business, almost identical. WeRide also has a deal with Uber as well as the Saudi government in the Middle East for autonomous vehicles in Europe as well. And one is gone from 4 to 11, the other 4 to 21. The other one has gone up. It was like low 6. That's when I started buying the stock actually. But this one, NVIDIA also has ownership in this company, and that's what happened there. It came public at 15, stayed there, and NVIDIA announced they own 2.5% of WeRide, and then it went in 2 days. It went from 15 to 45, and then it bled all the way. It's down to 6. I like this. I like this as much as Pony.ai. I'm in kind of a pair trade, short Pony.ai, long WeRide. But stocks are to be bought and sold. I don't want to let 10 grand go anywhere. So I'll probably trim if we get up to 10 and a half range. Today I had a chance to trim, but I was covered with the calls, but now buying the calls back. I had a TLT position. I put the TLT, but TLT is the 20-year inverse ETF, 20-year note ETF. I put the position here. I was short the 85 puts, long the 95 calls, going out March 2026 and short the 110 calls. You moved up in my direction, had a $5,000 profit. Of course, greed is horrible. I let it go. And yesterday I got out with a few $100 profit. I actually had a loss on this, went from 5,000 gain to a loss. Because interest rates keep going up. So this is an inverse indicator, by the way, inverse ETF, meaning if this is the price is going down on TLT, that means interest rates are going up. Well, I'm finally out of that. I'll come back to revisit because so many things have changed on the macro that I can't even keep track of shit at the moment. And SPX, obviously, I have to put debit spread. And let's see, what's that doing? Oh, it did sell off pretty hard, retested, rolling over. Okay, fine. It is what it is. So let's go. Let's start with that, with the 1 year, 1 day. All right, so there's a valid trend line that's being broken today. We actually 3-touched it, and today we fully close under it. It's pretty steep uptrend, you know, but it looks like a little bit of a double top kind of a situation. This is the low, 48.35. Yesterday, almost 6,000, 59.75. A lot of gaps. Are the gaps going to get filled? I don't know, but I will definitely hold on my 56.50, 56.40, put debit spread, just a little bit of a hedge. And a pullback to the 200 EMA actually is 56.57, 56.68. So it could be, and that'll be a regular pullback. It's not like breakdown or anything like that. Are we going to go all the way down, retest the low? I don't think so. I think we bottom, but I think we have a little bit of a trading range or a sideways kind of a shit going on. Let's go through some stocks. NVIDIA came out with earnings on Wednesday. They were good, but then today they're taking it out. But, you know, these stocks had massive values. I mean, stock is 86.62 on the low, 145 fortunes, man. Good money to be made. Apple is the weakest one. It used to be the strongest one. It became the weakest one. Now Microsoft is the strongest Mag 7 stock, almost near all-time high. My allergies are raging. Meta, same thing. Tesla, I think, is down today. It's down about 10. Valid, holy crap, hold on. Valid downtrend. Broke out. Moved about $70. All in expectation of robotaxi and omnibus robot, which does not add a penny to Tesla's earnings. Tesla is a car company at the moment. MACD is kind of turning down. You know, correction to the 200 EMA will put us back to 300, which will be okay. You know, a lot of people don't think it's true, but it is. So Tesla has been dead money for the last 3 years. Here's Tesla for 3 years. 3 years ago, August of 2022, Tesla is 315. We're at 348. So a lot of people argue with me. They go, how could it be dead money? It had split. I mean, who gives a shit? Split is factored in. Actually, if I go back longer, let's see. All right, let's go back longer. Okay. Actually, Tesla has been dead money since 2021. This is Tesla in 2021, July, August of 2021. Yeah, about 317, 320, and now we're about 340. So 5 years, 4 years, dead money. Now, if you got into Tesla before it, it's a different story. But I'm saying last 4 or 5 years. In fact, if you did it, you know, last time it was down to 100. The next time, I mean, look, stocks are to be bought and sold. This omnibus robot is going to be massive, of course. Am I going to own one? I don't know. Depends on the price. Am I going to own a robot taxi? I'm going to own probably a few, have them make me some money. But still, fantasy. Nothing happening yet. So that's Tesla. And what else? My Netflix is just superstar. Best Mag 7 stock, all-time highs at 12.15. You know, price is the price, people. Don't argue with price. So let me talk a little bit quickly about my long-term investment account. I was lucky enough during the crash to buy some stocks that I wanted to buy. Google was one. Paid about 143 for that. We're about 169, so hold. We'll add on pullbacks. Nike was another one, paid about 53. We're about 60. I think at 52, 53, Nike is okay. So if we do pull back to 55, I'll sell some cash secure puts to add to the position. Next one was Kava. Like the company, like the food. Okay, cool. See, 79. I paid about I paid about 80 for it during the crash. Then it went to 70. Then went to 100 and 100. And now we're back to 80. Okay, cool. So next week I will sell some cash secure puts 75 level, taking $3-4. Go out to June. If I get assigned, I will lower my cost basis. I want to accumulate Kava. Next one is Unity Software. I paid about 21 for it. I mean, I've been talking about this for a while. Up to 26, was up to 28. Still hold. No, so how many did I go through? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I bought and sold Robin and Soxo. I don't look on that account. I want to go for long-term capital gains. 1 year, 1 day past it. So, but if I do get a double in like 2 weeks, like it was with Robin, which is the 2x ETF of Robin Hood, I'm gonna do it. That thing went from $66 to 28. And I also bought and sold Soxel in that account from 7 to about 11, and then it went up to almost 20. So when I do get doubles quickly, I will take it in whatever account it is, because doubles are not easy. So those are the stocks I have in the investment account. What am I watching? Obviously, whatever I have. Watching NVTS. They got a contract with NVIDIA and pulling back. It hit about 7.5. Massive gap left. I don't know. I'm watching it. I'm not doing anything yet, but I want to buy it in the low 4s, mid 4s, hopefully. That's one. A lot of the quantum computing stocks moved, but I don't trust any of those things. A lot of the Chinese names are pulling back, so I maybe time to look at those again. Baba down to about 113. So interested in that. Yin is the FTSE ETF, China Bull 3X ETF. Yeah, a little bit of a rollover, but I'm still interested in the Chinese stocks because they keep stimulating the economy there. But I'm also watching that Japanese yen carry trade situation very carefully. By the way, this is the US dollar index, I believe. You see what's happening to the US dollar, folks? Getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and people go, that's called the debasing of the currency. So against the yen, it's getting weaker. If it gets below 140, watch out. Yeah, long-term basis still holding there, but this is 3 years on the DXY. Market's going to pay attention to this at some point. At the moment, it may not. Winner of all winners, Palantir. I mean, the damn thing is up today. Figure that out. Although, I think it's losing a little bit of juice here. I showed Pony.ai. Hood. Amazing. Is it up? Yep, up 27 cents. Look, a lot of these stocks look toppy to me, and the MACDs are rolling over, and so is the market. So I want to trim exposure, actually, and I may even actually press a little bit on the shorts, but we will find out.